Hey guys, this is Trav Max Fun and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my second D23 2024 predictions video. So I've officially started my D23 2024 prediction videos. The first predictions video I did was my Walt Disney Animation Studios and Pixar predictions for D23. That's up on the channel right now, so you can go check that out if you haven't already. And this is my second one. D23 is this week. We are officially in the week of D23. It's this weekend. So we're only a couple days away from the event. We're only a couple days away from the first day of the event. But in today's predictions video, in this second D23 predictions video, I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for what could be announced for Disney live-action movies and Disney television. So that's what this predictions video is going to be about today, the Disney live-action movies and Disney television. That's what this video is going to be today, and without further ado, let's get started. Alright, we are going to start off with Mufasa the Lion King, and this is basically a prequel and a sequel to the 2019 Lion King remake, and it's going to be about Mufasa, and this will definitely be talked about at D23. They'll probably just talk more about the story of this film. Maybe they'll give us like a sneak peek at one of the songs for the film. The songs are being written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, so maybe they'll give us first peek or taste of the new songs in the film, and maybe they'll give us a new trailer as well. The first trailer released back in April, and the film releases in December, and we're now in August, so it seems like a good time to release a brand new trailer. So but Mufasa the Lion King will definitely be talked about at D23 this weekend. Alright, next up is the live-action Lilo and Stitch remake. So Lilo and Stitch is getting a live-action remake, and it was, I believe it was supposed to release on Disney Plus this year. This was going to be another Disney Plus exclusive movie, and I believe it was supposed to release this year, but Disney hasn't said anything about this film. I believe it has already been filmed, but Disney hasn't said anything about this film, but I think at D23 they will finally start talking about this film, and they'll probably tell us when the film will release. So a release date, release month, most likely a release date is very likely for this film. So it's very likely they'll announce a release date for this film at D23. But yeah, I think this film will finally be talked about at D23. They'll probably just talk details about the film. We'll probably get a logo for the film as well, and maybe we'll even get our first look. Or even a trailer for the film as well, if it's supposed to be releasing on Disney Plus this year. But I think this film will be talked about at D23, and they'll probably give us more information and details on the film and when it will release. So yeah. All right, next up is the Snow White live-action movie. This was supposed to release this year, but it got delayed to next year, and I think we will get our first trailer for this film. The film releases in March, so I think we will get our first trailer for the film, and of course I'll probably talk more about this film as well, but I think we will get our first trailer for this film at D23. Alright, next up is Freaky Friday 2. So Disney is making a sequel to Freaky Friday, and back in June, they announced that they began filming. So the film is, I believe it's currently filming right now, and they said it's going to release in 2025, but they didn't give a release date. But I think at D23 They will talk about this film, and I think they will also give us a release date for the film as well. Like I said, they said it's going to release next year, but they didn't give us a date. But I think at D23, they will give us a date for Freaky Friday 2. Along with that, they'll probably just talk more about the film, details about the film, and yeah. All right, next up is Tron Ares. This is the third film in the Tron franchise. It's going to release in October 2025. And this is another one that I think they will talk more about at D23. We'll probably get a logo for the film and just more details about this film. And yeah, so Tron Ares. We might get a new look for the film too. But still, I think this film will definitely be talked about. And we'll probably, like I said, get more details about the film, a logo, and yeah. All right, next up is another live-action remake, and it's the Moana live-action movie. So last year, Disney announced that Moana is also getting a live-action movie, and it's going to release in 2026. And I think they will also talk about this film at D23. And they'll probably just talk more about what this film will be like, and just talk details about the film. Probably give us a logo for the film as well. And so for the Moana live action movie, they probably will talk about it, and I'm expecting them to talk just more details about the film, and yeah. All right, next up is Avatar 3. This releases next year in 2025. And I know this isn't like a Disney movie. This is a 20th Century Studios movie. But honestly, I don't think a lot of 20th Century Studio films are going to be talked about at the Entertainment Showcase on Friday. But Avatar 3, I think, might be the only 20th Century Studios film that will be talked about. Yeah, we'll just have to see. But once again, yeah, I think Avatar 3 will definitely be talked about since it releases next year. And they'll probably give us a title for the film and just talk more details about the film's story. And so Avatar 3, I think will definitely be talked about at D23. And this might this might only be the only 20th Century Studios film to be talked about. That's just my prediction. But we'll just have to see. But Avatar 3, I definitely think we can expect some new information on title, details, and yeah. All right, so all the films I just talked about, just talked about that we know are coming, that we have release dates for, that are coming between now and 2026. I think all of those films, which are all the films I just talked about, I think all those films will get talked about at D23. But there's also possibility that they could announce some new movies as well. Just some, and this is where I'm getting into like the more speculation part of this part of the video. So this is more just speculation. But for what new stuff they could announce, if they do announce some new stuff, they could possibly announce or give us an update on the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise and maybe finally announce a brand new movie for the franchise. They could also possibly announce Maleficent 3, because I believe that Maleficent 3 is in the works. And I believe Maleficent 3 is happening. So they could possibly announce that. A while back, it was revealed that Disney is working on a Kingdom Hearts movie. So once again, good possibility that they could possibly announce that as well. One film I actually think has a really good chance of being announced is the Figment movie. So a couple years ago, it was revealed that a movie about Figment is happening at Disney. And the reason why I say that this actually has a very good chance of being announced at D23 is because last year Disney posted these videos of Figment walking around the Walt Disney Studios. Of Figment walking around Walt Disney Studios, and that could be a tease of his movie. That could be a tease of his movie. So that could be a tease of his movie, and I think there's a good chance that it could possibly be officially announced and talked about at D23. So this definitely has a good chance of being announced based off those videos Disney released last year. That could be a tease. Of course, that was last year, and that's, of course, they were probably teasing his movie, but maybe D23, they will officially announce it and talk more about it. And then along with that, they could maybe announce and talk about some more Disney Parks films. Like there is a Space Mountain movie in the works. There's also a Big Thunder Mountain movie happening. And just a couple months ago, it was revealed that a movie about Club 33 is also happening. So they could easily possibly announce and talk about some of those films as well. And then of course, just for Disney live action movies as a whole, they could announce some other new films and projects that I didn't talk about in this predictions video. So I'm hoping for a couple new announcements because that would be really cool. It would be really cool. It would be really cool as well. Really awesome if they did officially announce the Figment movie at D23. I'm hoping for a couple new announcements, and so that pretty much wraps up my predictions for the Disney live action movies. Alright, we are now going to move on over to my Disney television predictions. My predictions for what could be announced and showcased for Disney television at D23. And first off, I'm not quite sure if like the main division for the Disney television stuff, so like Disney Channel, Disney Junior, the other shows for Disney Plus, I'm not quite sure if they're going to have their own segment at the Entertainment Showcase, but they are for sure going to have some sort of presence at D23. I believe they're going to have multiple panels at D23. So Disney Television is definitely and obviously going to have some sort of presence, like the main Disney Television stuff. They're definitely and obviously going to have some sort of presence at D23. I'm just not quite sure if they're going to have their own segment at the Entertainment Showcase. I guess we'll find out on Friday. But throughout the weekend, these are some things that could be announced and showcased. So we're going to get started here, and we're going to start off with Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires. This is the fourth film in the Zombies franchise. I think it's highly likely this will be talked about at D23 this weekend. They'll probably give just more details about this film, maybe some sort of teaser, and possibly a release window or time frame for this film. It's set to release next year, I believe. But I think this film is highly likely to be talked about at D23. Next up is Wizards Beyond Waverly Place. This is a sequel series to Wizards of Waverly Place, and I believe it's set to premiere later this year. So it's very certain, or it's very likely that we'll get some stuff on this series. Probably just some more details on this series, and most likely a trailer for the show, and also most likely a premiere date for the show as well. So I think this show will also be talked about at D23 this weekend. One show that I really hope is talked about at D23 is the Phineas and Ferb revival. So yes, Phineas and Ferb is returning in a brand new revival series. brand new episodes. And I really do hope that they give us an update on this revival series, and hopefully give us first look at it, some more details about it, and hopefully a release window or time frame for when this new show or these new episodes will premiere. I think that Phineas and Ferb is like going to have some sort of panel at D23 with like the creators, so that might be when they'll maybe they'll talk more about this revival series. I believe that they're going to be having their own panel like with the show creators. I believe Phineas and Ferb is going to have like their own panel with the show creators. So that's most likely where they would talk more about this new series. So I'm hoping that we do get some new details and information about this series and these new episodes, and hopefully a first look, and hopefully a premiere window or time frame. Another show that's getting a revival series and new episodes, it's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It was revealed last year that Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is returning with new episodes in 2025. So it's also pretty possible that they'll also give us some new details and an update on these new episodes, and maybe a first look, maybe a little teaser, and maybe a time frame for when these new episodes will premiere. Then finally, we have Percy Jackson Season 2. We have Percy Jackson Season 2. And I think this definitely will be talked about at D23. They'll probably talk more about this new season because, I think Percy Jackson is getting its own panel at D23 this weekend, I believe on Saturday, August 10th. So it's very, very, very likely they'll talk about Season 2 there and just talk more about it. And and then just as for other stuff for Disney television, they could easily announce some new shows and other stuff. But those are just my predictions of what could be announced and showcased for Disney television at D23 this weekend. So guys, that wraps up my second D23 2024 predictions video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below what your predictions are for Disney live action movies and Disney television, what you think they'll announce, talk about, showcase. Let me know in the comments down below. So stay tuned for my third D23 2024 predictions video, where I will be talking about my predictions for what Marvel and Star Wars could announce and showcase at D23. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Only a couple more days till D23. Very, very exciting. So that's it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time on Max Fun. Please like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.